All right, we're going to get into area today, and we're going to be specifically talking about area of parallelograms and area of trapezoids. So I have the formulas written out for you. If we have a parallelogram, so just a reminder, parallelogram has two sets of parallel sides. You're going to find the area of a parallelogram the exact same way you would find the area of a rectangle. You're going to take the base times the height. That one's pretty simple. The area of a trapezoid can be a little bit trickier, but it's still not too bad. To find the area of a trapezoid, you're going to find your two bases first. Now the bases are going to be the parallel sides. It's very important to remember. So you notice I have base 1, I have base 2. Once you identify base 1 and base 2 and you find your height, you're going to substitute them into that formula that you see there. So really just knowing how to be able to use formulas. So let's just jump into some examples. Okay, so I have a parallelogram, and it has a height of 1 1/10 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture. Okay, it has a height of 1.1. The base is 1.2. Okay, I want to find the area of this parallelogram. Now if we look back up here, the area of a parallelogram is that simple one. We're just going to take the base times the height. So to find the area, we're going to take the base, which is 1 2/10, times the height, which is 1 1/10, and when you multiply those out, you should get 1 32/100 inches squared. So area is always inches squared or units squared. Alright, now this time we have a trapezoid. So once again, if we go ahead and draw a picture, it doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of get the idea. Okay, I have a height of 3 inches. One base is 13 inches, and then the other base is 9 inches. Okay, so I'm given all the information I need. We're going to be using, remember this formula up here. So we are just going to simply plug in those numbers that we see. So to find the area, we're going to take 1/2, and my formula says I need to open a set of parentheses, and inside my set of parentheses I'm going to add my two bases together. Now remember, the bases are your two parallel sides. So my two parallel sides are 9 and 13, and then you're going to multiply that by your height, which we see in our picture is 3. Okay, now we always want to use order of operations, so between multiplication, addition, parentheses, hopefully you're identifying that we do need to do the parentheses first. So I'm going to take 1/2 times 22 times 3. And now I have all multiplication, so I can just work left to right. 1/2 of 22 is 11, and 11 times 3 gives me 33 inches squared. Okay, now this time, if we go ahead, I'm talking about a trapezoid. So if we draw a picture here, got my two parallel sides. This time, I know that the bases are 11 inches and 17 inches. And this time, I'm looking for the height. I don't know what the height is, but I do know that the area is 56 inches squared. So if we go ahead and rewrite that formula that we used on the last problem, just so it's nice and handy for us, remember 1/2 base 1 plus base 2, and multiply that by its height. What we're going to do is we're going to plug in the numbers that we know. So if we start from left to right in that formula, I start with A. Well, I know what A equals. A is 56, so instead of area, we're going to plug in 56. Okay, equals 1/2. We're going to open a set of parentheses. Well, look, base 1, base 2, I know what those are also. I know that one base is 11 inches, and one base is 17 inches. Now, the one thing that I don't know is the height. So if you're looking for an unknown length, most of the time you're going to have to set up an equation. Okay, whenever you're asked to solve a problem like this, if you can simplify this, go ahead and do that. So 11 plus 17 gives me 28. And if I look here, I know I can take 1/2 of 28 and I get 14. And if I want to solve for h, divide both sides by 14. So h equals 4 inches. So now we know the height of our trapezoid. All right. Last thing here, I want to find the area of the figure. Okay, so this is a compound figure. It's made up of two different parts. But if you look closely, you can see that, look, right here I have a trapezoid, and I know how to find the area of a trapezoid. Well, and right here, I also have the area of a trapezoid. Now, if you look closer, they're actually the same trapezoid. This top trapezoid has a base of 8 feet and 6 feet, and the bottom trapezoid has a base of 8 feet and 6 feet. If you look at the height of the top trapezoid, it's 7 feet, and the height of the bottom trapezoid is 7 feet. So you could find both areas and add them together, or if you know they're the same thing, find the area of one of the trapezoids, multiply it by 2, and that's the direction we're going to go. So let's look at that top trapezoid. Okay, remember I want to take 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Okay, so 1/2, my base 1, it doesn't matter whether you use 8 or 6 as base 1, you're going to get the same answer either way. Just make sure you identify both of those as the bases. And my height is 7, so if I go ahead and simplify that, I have 1/2 times 14 times 7. 1/2 of 14 is 7, and 7 times 7 is 49. Now remember, that's just one of the trapezoids. I have 2 of them, so I need to take this number and multiply it by 2. So my total area is 98 feet squared.